And we are back for another week. Logan is back, no Q. Now, I'm not saying this, but some are saying this, that he might not be as dedicated as he says he is.
I,
People
I mean,
might
not
people
us,
might
not us.
talk.
Yeah, not
Not
us,
us.
not us. But some people
The
might
wind
be
was
saying that.
blowing. Yes, the wind was blowing tonight and it sounded that's what it sounded like. I wasn't saying it, the wind was. But I don't know.
Hey,
Last week we talked about you being the virtual picture going around. Any comments from last or not last week, 2 weeks ago? Any comments
yeah,
about being a little famous, getting a little airtime?
you know, people dream about being on TV, but couldn't really be a worse time for me to be on TV after they score basically a game-winning touchdown. And I
I
was like,
I
oh,
was at home and all of a
jeez.
sudden I
And
looked
literally,
down at my phone. I
yeah, and
sorry for
literally,
cutting you off. I
I
was
get,
gonna let you finish.
I get I get a message and it's like, I just saw your fat head on TV. And I was like, oh, I didn't like think much of it. Like, oh, like maybe they just had a picture of like the crowd and I was in it. No. And then I get like four messages, like pictures, like ding, ding. And I'm like, holy, I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, ah, just way to rub this in. And it's
I had
raining and I'm just like, oh,
I had no clue that Mason was with you until I was at home, and all of a sudden I look down at my phone and it's Pig, and he's doing his classic like screenshot
oh
zoom
yeah,
of
oh
like your
yeah.
face, and all of a sudden I back out of it and I like look and I go, oh holy shit, that's Mason right there next to him. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the
I think
classic.
I've successfully, I think I've successfully converted him to an Iowa State fan now. We'll
I
see.
mean, that's also what some people might be saying because I don't think he's ever attended a Iowa football game, and he's attended what now, two Iowa State,
Yeah.
three. That's a closet fan if I've ever seen one. But all
Hmm.
right. Recap last week. Gave Iowa too much credit. UCLA wins. I said last week that I thought UCLA would cover, but Iowa would win. I bet UCLA. Um, Sullivan, he is who we thought he was. Two interceptions, a little over 100 yards.
He was seeing ghosts for
Not
a while
pretty.
too. And then
Yeah, and
they brought in that scout team linebacker who's I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be rough.
but I was tuned through about the first half of that game, and then I took my ass to bed. I was like, it'll be what it'll be. I think Iowa was up at half, but
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I think I did. I forgot to look at Johnson's stats, but from the first half, they bottled him up pretty well.
Yeah, he
He
didn't have
really
that
wasn't
big a game.
going.
I think he had less than 100. I think he might have had 90 yards, 80 yards.
The key to success there. So yeah, not too shocking. Tool said, fuck me for saying that UCLA would cover, so fuck you, Tool. Fuck you right back."
Hmm.
um, Iowa State falls to Kansas. Two
Yeah.
two in a row now. What are we feeling?
I just our defense is getting exposed now. All these injuries are kept like we haven't got any linebackers back really, and it's just catching up to us. Our D line can't get any pressure, so our secondary, especially in the Kansas game, just got exposed because Daniels had
Yeah.
6 seconds to throw the football, and then our
Oops.
offense couldn't keep up. So
And with that, how big of a lead did they jump up to? What was it?
30,
Kansas jump up to?
almost
Oh, they were
30,
up. Oh my
28.
God. Whew.
Yeah. Then they lost, ended up losing by 9.
So that's not as bad, I guess. But
No, but we got some stuff to figure out. But I don't know. It's mixed emotions because if you had told me at the beginning of the year if we were 7-2, 9 games in, I'd be like, yes, I'm all about it. You
yeah,
know, it's just the way it happens. Just kind of sucks, but everyone's hopes were too high. But they teased us. They teased us. I thought the losses were going to come sooner, and then it's like, oh, they start gaining your trust. You're like, oh, this could be it, and then they just fucking
take it right from you.
Yeah,
Now,
so
okay, so Iowa State does end up playing Kansas State at the end of the year, right? So
correct.
if you handle business until then, will that be the determining factor who goes to play, let's say, BYU?
So I haven't looked too much into the tiebreaker. We're still alive. I'm almost 100% certain we have to win out, um, which isn't necessarily too bad. We have to win at Utah and then at home against K-State. But I'm not quite sure if we need Colorado to lose to BYU or if that game matters or not. Because
Okay.
Colorado has 2 losses, we have 2 losses. I'm not sure how a tiebreaker works between us if we're tied because we haven't played each other.
If
We
it's
won't.
like if it's like the Big Ten and the other ones, I know it goes based off of there's few factors. I know it's like strength of schedule in the conference or not in the conference, but like just strength of schedule maybe or
Then I think we would have that one because we've played, well, Kansas State. They'd play BYU, I guess, which is a tougher strength of schedule, but they haven't played in it either. That's why strength of schedule is kind of tough because they might be higher ranked, but they haven't played anybody, and you've played tougher teams. So,
yeah.
um, well, both have played Utah, which they played them at home. We play them there, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not banking on it. I mean, I would like us to get to 9 wins, and I mean 10 obviously would be great, but if it doesn't happen, um, honestly, we should be thankful that we're this close with all of our injuries that we've had. We've had our starting tight end hurt the last 3 games, so um, yeah.
What's happened to Abu? I feel like I haven't heard much from him this year.
So basically, Iowa State's just done whoever's hot at the running back. They rotate 3 in, and then whoever gets hot, they kind of just keep rolling with them. I mean, Jackson's kind of our smaller, elusive back. Then you have Hanson, who's more like the power one cut back, and then Abu's kind of more like a one cut also. But um, they just been rolling with a hot hand who gets more yards and what the scheme kind of plays for, I guess. And it's worked pretty far so far, really.
Yeah, I knew he was so electric last year, and I just haven't heard his name so much this year, so I didn't know if he was battling something or what was going
No.
on with it.
Mm-mm.
Um, this goes as no shock. Texas beats Florida 49-17. I tried already predicting it coming. We were out our top 4 corners, down to a walk-on quarterback, out our 2 best wide receivers. I think all in all together, I think we were out close to like 12 or 13 starters for this game. So no surprise when you can only do so much with your playbook. The third string guy hasn't gotten a lot of reps, so you're going really right to the back of the basics. And if they stop the run and you're forced to pass, you're going to have a bad time. And we had a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't help going against Quinn Ewers, and like I said, you're out your top 4 starting corners, so now you're playing 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th string guys, and he threw for like 5 touchdowns and had a career day against us. I mean, considered me shocked by it, though. The internet had a fun time, though. They were like, oh, look at Florida, look at this. They extend Billy Napier, and this is how they come out and play for him. It's like, come on. But the big shock of Saturday, I thought, was Ole Miss beating Georgia handedly, 28-10.
Yeah, Lane kind of gets over the hump, honestly.
I
Um, I mean, it
the
shocked me, but it didn't at the same time. I don't think. I think this year there's not really a like number one true
Yep.
dominant team. Like, I mean, Oregon's playing well, but I think they're beatable.
Yeah, no,
Um,
there's no like juggernaut like in the past where it was like whoever
mhm,
plays this team's basically fucked.
mhm,
Um, Perfect time for the 12-team playoff too to have it be
yeah,
so wide open.
yeah, it's pretty deep.
Um, I was a year too early on my Carson Beck take. Last year I said he would play bad enough to lose him a couple games. This year is the year that he finally exposes himself for not being a great quarterback. The dude makes terrible decisions, it seems like. Um, Their
Yeah.
offensive line, for how deep they recruit, is playing pretty bad. They don't run the ball very great either. Georgia's kind of just looking like a mid team in a way. I mean, they handled Texas pretty well, but they've struggled a lot. They should have lost to Florida, I would think, with Legway healthy. So I mean, they should maybe even have another loss or two. They just haven't looked good.
Hmm.
Ole Miss defensive line is elite too, so
Yes, yes, especially pass rush.
yeah, they have Princely from Florida too.
Yes.
He's having a nice career year. But yeah, I definitely I bet Uga. I didn't bet him big, but I took -2 because I was like, oh, this is where everyone forgets who Georgia is, and the
Hmm.
fact they hadn't lost to anyone in Alabama for like 2 or 3 years. But happy to see Florida's maybe new coach next year after, depending what Billy does, to finally get a marquee win.
Nah, nah.
Jalen Milroe goes hog
Oh,
wild on
running
LSU,
wild,
dude.
running wild on him. He was Vic '04 on them,
Yeah,
dude.
it was crazy. It would be like I was watching that game and they would get the ball and I'd kind of be like dilly dallying with some other thing, and all of a sudden I just like look up and there he goes, and all of a sudden I'd look
Hmm.
up again and there he goes. I'm like, what is going on, dude?
Yeah, dude. That's like the third game that LSU's had a quarterback just rush for over 100 yards on them.
I think it was Kelly's first night loss at LSU too. I know he hasn't been there very long, but it seems like they always are playing night games in Death Valley. So I think he was like 10-0 in night games coming into it too. Not
Hmm.
huge, but I think LSU's kind of
Yeah, they could have lost to
Nussmeyer
USC
too.
too.
Yeah, Nussmeyer. I've never been high on him really.
Me neither.
His dad was an OC at Florida. Wasn't high on him with his play
Hmm.
calling either. So I saw this one coming. Um, Another great thing to see, Miami upset by Georgia Tech. This was a team that's been playing with fire all season long,
Yeah,
and they finally get burned.
exactly
Um,
right.
yeah, it was a game that I really didn't tune into until like the last few drives because I was paying attention on my phone and I was like, yeah, Miami's gonna do the Miami thing again, come back, win. And then when I saw it was a possibility, I tuned into it, saw Cam Ward get strip sacked and game over.
Yeah, the announcers like were saying, Cam Ward, the way it's so fitting. The way they lost is the way they win. They've won like the last like 3 games. Is Cam
Yep.
Ward just making crazy plays and finally came back to haunt him.
Yeah, there was a nice little video going around X I don't know if you saw it, of the student. He was holding up his phone and he like put a Miami player in the background, and all of a sudden you see like this hand and then the phone's doing a twirling through the air. Some other random, it looked like he chucked it a good 30 yards, but some random people pick it up and they're like, oh shit, this is still recording. Like,
That's funny.
so that was fun. But yeah, it couldn't happen to a better team. They're still in the driver's seat in the ACC, but the way they play, I don't even know if they'll end up
Whoa,
winning
whoa,
that.
whoa! SMU is in the driver's seat,
Oh yeah, I guess,
undefeated.
yeah, they're in the driver's seat. But I guess I was going off of the committee. The committee still has
Yeah,
Miami ranked as the fourth
yeah.
seed. Um, I just put this in the docket just because of how it ended, the Missouri-Oklahoma game.
Ugh, dude,
I saw you had Oklahoma -3, and
dude, that team is just dog water. Both
it
those
was
teams are terrible. Missouri's terrible. Well, they
it
don't
was
have
like
they don't have
they
Cook
don't
either,
have
but
Cook, yeah.
yeah, but still, just terrible. They're up 7 with 2 minutes to go, and they lose by 7 in 2 minutes. Like what?
I think what the sequence went, Missouri was up 7, Oklahoma scores, kicks it to Missouri. Missouri gets like a strip sack that Oklahoma takes to the end zone. Now Oklahoma's up 7. Missouri scores, then they strip sack Oklahoma
Yeah,
and
with
take it
like
to the
30
house.
seconds, with 30
Yeah.
seconds left, I was like, yeah, dude,
It-
Oklahoma might be in shambles. If they need
yeah.
they need a quarterback and an offense. They're in
Yeah.
shambles.
Arnold, yeah, he was a highly recruited dude, but he's just not the guy. He is not it. That was, yeah, that was just like, I think, a 4-minute swing of going
Yeah,
boom.
it was
Um,
awful.
Another wild game was BYU Utah. I know there was
Oh,
controversy about, I think,
yeah,
what they were about
Was
to
it a
maybe get
flag or is it
sacked.
not?
Yeah, the flag, and then I think before that they blew the play dead when dude was about to get like safety, like sacked in the end zone for a safety to just end the game too for
Yeah,
whatever reason.
I went to bed at like halftime or something, so I didn't really see it or something. I missed it for some reason.
I was well, Q cursed him. I was
Oh
up
yeah, he did.
still.
He
I was
did.
up still, and I was about to turn my TV off because I was watching, and then Q said that, and I was like, let me just let me just wait 1 second here, and then all of a sudden the flag comes out, and I was like, holy shit, these dudes are gonna do it.
Q also cursed Duke the other night. They're up 8 with like 6 minutes to go, and they have losing by 8.
Oh, the best part was saying flag is Himothy, and then I said I'm waiting for this to come back in hot, and then that like the next possession he comes down and botches it and is out of bounds.
Yes. Oh,
Just
dude.
poetic justice. Um, Preview for this week. I really only found. I mean, there's only one game this week that I really thought that was kind of worth a damn, but since we're on, I threw our teams in it, so we only got 3 games that I have previewed.
That's fine.
Um, LSU -4 at Florida. The news broke tonight. The news Florida fans wanted to hear. DJ Lagway is cleared to go. Elijah Badger, who is our top receiver now because Eugene Wilson had season-ending surgery a couple weeks ago, he's cleared to go. So 2 guys we were missing last week that are huge for the offense are cleared. We will still be out 3 of our 4 cornerbacks, though. Devin Moore's still out, and Jackson's still out, and then Marshall's out for the year. So that might be a little iffy. Nussmeier might have a better day passing, but I kind of sneaky like Florida +4 here. Our defense has been playing a lot better, except last week. If we get some of the guys back that we're supposed to, might have a better game with that Lagway play, and that'll be a good boost. Like you said, LSU struggling with scrambling quarterbacks. Lagway's not the fastest, but he can move.
Yeah.
So
So
the line's just fishy.
how does it make you feel with all of them injuries though?
Um,
It doesn't matter, Dylan, because it's Gators. Lock of the week right now.
no,
Lock of
no
the week.
way. Oh shit. Damn, I was not expecting that one.
Yep,
The
lock of
line
the
is
week.
fishy though. You almost got to look at that and be like, no way this can be it because
Yeah, dude, the LSU defense, they just had their season crushed. They're not gonna make it the playoffs, no matter what. They can win out, they're not making the playoffs.
yeah.
Season's over. Kelly might be getting a little hot seat, I think. Am I?
There's random rumors flying. I love SEC message boards where they do the flight tracking. Someone tracked a flight where it was from Boulder to Dallas, then to Baton Rouge or somewhere close to Baton Rouge, then back to Dallas, back to Boulder. Now there's a man in Boulder who also has property in Dallas going by the name of Prime Time. So the Prime Time to LSU rumors are starting to swirl out of nowhere.
I don't know.
All because someone saw a flight to Boulder to Dallas to Baton Rouge.
I think Primetime and his kid are going to an NFL team together.
I
And I
was about
said
to
that
mention it.
like a month ago.
Yeah, you did. And I was late to the party. I said it just earlier this week. I'm calling Primetime and Shador possibly to the Cowboys. Makes a lot of sense. Um, Cincinnati, Iowa State. Iowa State -9.5, back at home.
Hmm. What if I told you it's 7.5 now?
Ooh, dang, it's dropped quite a bit because,
Yeah, but it doesn't. 7.5 to 9.5 isn't really much in
yeah,
college. I don't really know how to feel about this game. It's gotta come out. I'm honestly not going to this game.
I saw that you sold your tickets.
Yep, I'm going. I think I'm going to Dodge to watch the UFC fight because it's Bones Jones,
Oh,
Stipe, Bo Nickel, and Chandler Oliveira.
oh, that's a good card. I didn't know that
Yeah,
that was already coming up.
yep. So I figured I'll go to the K-State game, last game. So um, yeah, I don't really honestly. If our defense gets it figured out, we'll be good to go. Our offense has been clicking pretty well. So Well, guess you'll just have to tune in to find out what
What's
happens.
Cincy like? Do you know too much about
500.
them? 500.
I think they have Rets. No, it's not Retzlaff. It's their quarter. It's Sorsley,
Okay,
Sorsby, or
yeah.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, Sorsby, I
Um,
believe.
yeah, I mean, he's pretty decent, but other than that, they have like nothing.
Yeah, I
They've,
know
they've,
Xavier Henderson, the Florida
yeah,
transfers, he's
they've
there.
stole a couple games, but they've lost games they shouldn't. I mean, I don't know, they're bottom half. We shouldn't have an issue with it, honestly.
Okay, okay. Bounce back time. I thought maybe
Yeah, I said
last
that
week would
last
be
week.
the bounce.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought last week was the bounce back, but
we're off.
this is the week.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, sorry, I had a notification pop up. Do you have the Thursday night football game on?
Last I saw was 10-3.
Okay. Um. This is the game of the week. Number 7 Tennessee versus number 12 UGA. UGA minus 9.5.
Is Nico playing?
See, from what I've seen is he's expected to play, but he's in concussion protocol. If he's not playing, I'd smash all over UGA 9.5.
Yeah, that line makes me think like he's playing. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if he is playing, maybe it goes down to 7. But if he isn't, that's gonna shoot to like 14, right?
Right. Um, I I thought UGA it was bounce or showtime for UGA last week, and they laid an egg. Maybe this is bounce back week since they're coming off the loss, but
I mean, they're playing for. I mean, both of them. It's an elimination game, basically.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, well, Tennessee only has one loss, so maybe not, but probably elimination game.
I think they need this for sure. I mean, UGA needs it for sure too, but I think Tennessee will too, just because their other loss to Arkansas, and it could get a little top heavy with the SEC with like A&M, Texas,
Yeah,
all these other teams, Um, but yeah, if Nico's not playing, give me UGA for sure. If he is, Tennessee's defense is kind of nasty this year. They actually have a defense this year. I'd like Tennessee to cover the 9.5 if you can snag it
I think if
in
Nico
time.
plays, I think it might be just another 20-17 ball game. Might be
Yeah,
another little slow scoring.
so
But
I'd like Tennessee with the points of that.
okay.
Um, moving on to the big boy league, Steelers passed the Commanders 28-27. Sussy for Russie is working.
There
He's just
it
going
is.
out there and win. I mean, it's working a lot better than I thought it would. I thought he was going to go in there and get killed behind that offensive line, the way Stang and Ronnie talked about it. But he's putting up some good numbers. Defense is playing well. Daniels just looked kind of average. Didn't make any mistakes, but didn't make any flashy plays or anything. Was it a first down? I think that was the controversy out of this
Yeah,
game. Ertz.
I don't know. It's too close to call for me. I haven't watched too many replays of it, but when
I
I
saw,
watched it one
yeah.
time, I didn't think it was, honestly.
I was going to say, I've seen a few different angles where it does look like it doesn't look like it, so I guess they probably made the right call on the field since it, not 100%. I think what are Ravens? Ravens in the driver's seat of the division right
Um,
now? Or
I
is it
think
tied between the two?
I think the Steelers actually have the lead right now, or maybe a half game up, but they actually play this week, so that'll be the determining.
Yep. Um, KC and the Lions find ways to win. Kansas
Dude,
City's just
Casey.
they're a team that's just been playing with fucking fire, and they just won't get burnt. Every time
Dude,
you think they're gonna get burnt, they just don't. It just
dude,
doesn't happen.
between Mahomes and Reed, they just literally every game. It's every game. It's
I
like,
mean,
dude, every game I watch KC get down like 7-0, 10-0, and I'm like, oh, I'm betting KC because they're gonna come back and win. It's like printing money. It's like Joe Biden inflation over here, just
yeah,
printing that shit out.
and I mean, yeah, Denver had him dead to right, and the kick gets blocked. Just I don't know.
Dude, did you watch them like exposing that dude? Like they went back like the previous weeks, and that same guard had got ran over like 3 times, but they never
Oh
blocked it.
no.
They never blocked it. So then apparently they were saying like the Chiefs special teams coach like exposed this weakness and just bowled him over and blocked it.
That's great coaching. That,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm tired of it. I think this could finally maybe be the upcoming week where they might finally get burnt, but fuck, at this point, doubt it.
Crazy stat for you, stat guy. The last, I can't remember how many it was. The last like 10 or 12 games Pat Mahomes has been an underdog. He's won 10 of them outright.
Oh my god. So I mean, that's just ridiculous, dude. Um, what else was ridiculous was the Jared Goff throwing what
5 picks?
interceptions and
Five.
the Lions still win.
It's a five pick football. Yeah, and they still won, dude. The Texans literally no show. I had the Texans plus 4.5 for that game, and I was like, dude, they're not going to score 1 point in the second half. They didn't,
They didn't, yeah.
and they still covered.
I think I had them 3.5, which was still the cover with it, but going into halftime, I was like, "Oh, we're sitting really well with this," and then I kept watching, and I'm like, "Oh no, we're gonna be in danger here soon."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, even when the Lions' offense isn't really potent, they're winning games too. They're at this point, it kind of KC Lions Super Bowl maybe. Is that the
I have
favorite
a
matchup?
Lions. I have a Lions future.
Ooh, where'd you
We'll
get that
see.
at?
900,
Okay,
91. So not
that's not
great,
bad.
but
Not bad
I
though.
don't know. It's still gonna. It's looking like Lions, San Fran, Lions. It's not gonna be Lions, Vikings. It's not gonna be Lions, Packers. It's not gonna be Lions, San Fran. That's. It's not gonna be Eagles. The
No,
Eagles are dog water. Redskins
yeah,
aren't that good.
Commanders. Whoa, no.
Whoa, kid show. Wait, technically Trump is gonna be our president, so now I can say Redskins again.
Oh, god damn it. Uh, um, yeah, now that you had me thinking, I can't really, there's not a clear-cut NFC team.
It's between those two, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think anything else is like that. The AFC is a whole nother show.
yep. Um, Dolphins over the Rams. What the hell was that?
So many chances. So many chances. If you kick field goals inside the 10 twice and just not a good overall performance on offense. And yeah, I had our chances, but then again, I had the Dolphins, so I didn't mind it that bad. But
I wish I had the Dolphins. I fell for the sucker trap of taking the Rams that one. I just kept on
yeah,
thinking I was kind of busy, so I wasn't watching the game, but I just kept following along on my phone, and I was like, okay, the Rams just kept driving, and I was like, I'll close out of this app, and when I pull it back up, they're gonna have at least like a touchdown, and I'd pull it up and be like, nope,
no, we're kicking
nope.
field goals all day long.
I was like, fuck, dude. Like,
I know.
um, how'd Tua look? I assume you were probably watching it. Was he all right?
Average,
Yeah.
average, nothing special. Their offense didn't look that great, honestly. We just couldn't score, and I think one of their touchdowns was led to because we had a turnover. And yeah, it wasn't anything. The game was pretty stagnant, boring, honestly, except for
Yeah.
the one time where Tua threw a pick. We returned it to like the 2, but it had a block in the dude. That is one rule that really pisses me off. We got a legal blindside block, because we picked it off, and our D lineman, just pushed one of their didn't decleat him, literally just pushed him, and because he was looking this way and pushed him, and he got blindside block. Didn't decleat him or anything, just because you can't block going
Yeah.
back towards the play or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So that took it from the 2-yard line all the way back out to the 40. Yeah, it was.
Which then led to a field goal, I'm assuming, with that.
Yeah, no. Then that led to us fumbling it or throwing a pick, and then they fumbled it, and then they threw a pick back. It was like 3 possessions in a row. It was like a fumble, the 3 plays.
Mhm. So yeah, that's never great. Had this just because of the story before the game, but the Saints get a dub. Interim coach. Um, he said when he got to the stadium, he clogged the toilet, and he was like, "Dang, it's going to be a shitty day." Well, I took Saints plus 3.5, so I was happy with
Bro,
that. The
no way
outright
he
win was
said
even
that.
better. He did. He did. He said, I got to the facility, took a shit, clogged the toilet, thought to myself, today's going to be a shitty day. He needs to clog the
Damn.
toilet every single week now.
Yeah. If it's not his poop, you might as well just throw a bunch of toilet paper down there and just
Yeah, got to think that you're going to have a shitty day. So that made the docket list. I guess glazed to a little bit. Your team won 12-7. I
against Mac Jones.
Yeah, that game was just ugly.
I mean, you win, that's what you do, but ooh, you can't feel good about it.
No, I saw some Vikings fans pretty pissed off about Darnold's performance. I guess he didn't really have the greatest day, but
Mm-hmm. But
normally though, the Vikings kind of in the past lose games like that. So I guess
mm-hmm.
if you're a fan of them, you got to be kind of
Yeah, it
happy
took
that you
they were
walk out
down in
with
the
the W.
fourth, so
Yeah. So that's all. I don't know. I don't think I had any other stories from the NFL last week other than that. I mean, the Ravens-Bengals game was pretty electric. We were watching that last week while we were recording, but Bengals end up trying to go for two, don't get it. I think Burrow went 0 for 2 against the Ravens this year, but like lit them the fuck up. Like
oh
the
yeah.
stats are
Threw like for
insane.
850 yards and
Yeah,
8 touchdowns or something. Chase
yeah,
had like 500
Chase.
yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah. So headed into this week, we already kind of brought it up. The Ravens minus 3.5 at the Steelers for number one in the spot. I think I like the Ravens. But
That's
actually, give me the Steelers. Tomlin as a dog. He's sneaky.
oh
He's a sneaky underdog
oh.
head coach. That dude just covers when he's an underdog. He doesn't cover when he's a favorite, but he's covering when he's the dog. So flip flop, snip snap, snip snap.
Snap.
We're
Um,
going Steelers.
I don't know. I'm torn on this one. Is this the Russell Wilson like expose game?
I know it's that one's coming too, isn't it? It's just
Like
a
it's
matter of
gonna be
time.
coming. Like there's gonna be a game where like they just bring the house and he just does not know what to do. But I also sneakily like the Steelers at home with the Renegade.
You got to double renegade this. It's got to be double renegade.
Double Renegade. Oh, Renegade.
But
Yeah,
yeah, they only pull it out for special occasions, but you got to double renegade this one.
yeah. No.
Um, but yeah, sneaky Mike Tomlin. That's all. That's all you need to know. Um, Green Bay goes to Chi-Town, 5.5 point favorites against the Bears. The line makes me believe that Love's going to be good to go coming off the bye. I know he's been battling some injuries. The Bears, they look like they've given up. I like Green Bay minus 5.5. We don't lose to this team, and the Bears fired their offensive coordinator, but they look dead.
That's my trap.
Yeah, that's the trap.
That's the trap. Bears look dead, so you got to take the Bears.
I mean, yeah, I could maybe see that, but I don't know, man. The offensive line firm's bad, and Caleb Williams looks just shooketh. You might be right. Might be trap, but
They just fired their OC.
I don't think I don't think that's gonna help
I don't
though.
know.
It's just hard for me to. I mean, or do you think they outright win though?
Oh, I don't know if they outright win.
Okay. I guess I won't be betting on this game, so I guess I'd be like more Green Bay money line than Green Bay minus 5.5. Pay
Well,
all the big juice on it, you know.
parlay
But
piece, parlay piece.
yeah, there we go. Or tease it. Put it in a nice little teaser. Um, Rams minus 4.5 versus the Pats. Bounce back?
Trap game again.
Yeah, Drake May kind of is starting to settle in a little.
Yeah, I don't know. This is one I'd probably stay away. I'd probably lean Pats if I had to. I think it'll be like another 3, 4 point game. I'm always gonna take the points in that case.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I might have a friendly wager with Notorious on this game. I didn't think about that. Or sorry, Skinny
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might have to. I don't know. We'll see about that. I'll see him on Saturday probably. So
Yeah,
maybe I don't know. Um, I don't
I
know. We'll see.
I agree with you. I'd probably lean Pats in the points.
Yeah, in New England.
Don't
Yeah,
know what the weather's going to be like, but I'm sure it's going to be kind of shitty.
yeah. I'm talking myself into Pats plus points.
Yeah. And briefly kind of brought it up with the fun stat. KC going to the Bills. Bills minus 2.5. With your stat, I almost feel like you got to go KC.
I mean, he's a. Uh, I mean,
He's a
they gotta lose.
Fed.
They're playing with fire though, dude. I think
I know.
I am gonna play Bills minus 9.5 right here, and I'm gonna take like a plus 250 line on it. And if it covers, then
Dang.
we're great. But if not, then we're all right.
I
Like I'm
don't
not
really
out.
hate that. Yeah, I don't hate that.
I think the Bills, if they win, they're gonna blow them out. Like Mahomes is not great this year.
No, I think he's got to be up there towards the top for interceptions on the year. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's not slang. I mean, it hurts that Rice got hurt so early as he did, but he's not slanging the rock like Mahomes that we
Hmm.
know. Defense is still playing good, though. I mean, their defense, shout out to them. But yeah, I mean, before your stat, I wanted to take the Bills, and then when you said that, I feel like every time I went Niners in the Super Bowl last year when he was an underdog, and I've done it another few times here and there, and it's just always burnt me. I'm tired of getting burnt myself, so I'll play with the team playing with, or take the team playing with fire. Um, Other news, I wanted to bring up Travis Hunter. I believe he is now the favorite for the
He
Heisman.
is. He is.
Been riding that wave, been trying to preach it to the people. At this point, though, he might need to get into the Big 12 championship game.
That's what I've said the whole time. I said the only way he's gonna win is if they get in the Big 12 championship
Yeah.
and maybe playoff.
I I don't think playoff because what LSU was 9-3 last year or whatever when Daniels won it. So I mean and
Not so fast,
Williams.
my friend. Leah Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, Williams. Williams was like 6-6. I don't think they
What
went to a
was
bowl. Oh yeah, they went
yeah,
to a bowl game. 6-6.
what was LSU? Were they only a two-loss team last year?
No, I don't know. They might have been 3. You
I
might be
think they
right.
were yeah, I think they were three
I
or
was just thinking
four.
Williams is way worse.
Yeah, both of those. So, I mean, it's starting to trend that way. But yeah, I've been starting to think about it more, and your take's kind of getting right just for the fact that, like, Gabriel and Genty and maybe even Cam Ward will all be playing on conference championship
Yeah.
weekend, and he won't. That would be the biggest hurt right there. Um, that's all. That's all I had for the other news, though. Locks of the week. You said Gators or +4 already. I I couldn't go Florida State. They're on a bye week. It shook me. I'm 9-1 this year betting against them, and I looked for next week, and I'm sad because they're playing like a school of the blind. So I might actually still have to take that school plus the points for the lock,
There's no way.
but I might not be able to lock up the week the rest of the year until Florida game. So my new lock of the week, I was kind of scrambling. Don't feel confident about this, but since we're talking about teams playing with fire that are bound to get burned, give me the Jayhawks +3. They're playing a little bit better
Oh,
ball now. BYU
okay.
has played with fire the last few weeks. It's time to get burned.
You think they're gonna win a night game in Provo?
I don't feel confident about it, but who was it 2 weeks ago who walked in there on the night game and it took a final drive from BYU? It wasn't Texas Tech, was it? I can't remember, but
Um,
BYU ended up scoring like a touchdown with like 13
Arizona
seconds left.
State? I don't know.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it could be doable. I don't know. I was looking at the teams and who to pick from, and I was like, God damn it, BYU. They've been playing with fire. This
Hmm.
almost has to be the week. So give them to me. More or the I've been a big Mormon fan. The Fighting Mormons, they've won me some money this year, but it's Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Um, I didn't come with any trivia. That's the one thing I didn't come with.
Oh my God, I don't have any trivia
No,
either.
no trivia. Well,
Oh my God, we're so disappointed.
I had something off the top of my head, but then as soon as we get talking, it just slipped. It's gone now.
All right, this is what we're gonna do.
Tools was, oh, sorry to cut you off, but
Go
Tools
ahead.
last week was when did Iowa State make their first bowl game? I believe he told us the answer was 2000. Is that close to around there? I said
I don't
98.
know.
He told me that I was a few years off, but
2001. I mean, 2000 would have been Ellis Hobbs. Would have been Independence Bowl when we beat Boston College in Minnesota. Minnesota, maybe. That might
I,
be it. Is that the one? Maybe the one I'm thinking of.
I was about to say, I know I said 98, and he said I was a few years too soon, so I think it was like
Yeah, dude. People.
2001.
So everyone you see Iowa State and all these haven't won 10 games. This and that. So
Yeah.
people don't know how historically bad Iowa State has been at football.
I
Like
mean,
bad, bad.
it really didn't register in my mind until he asked that question, and I kind of was just fucking around. I couldn't remember who was the coach back then. He actually was
McCarthy.
okay. I was saying McCarthy, and I didn't know if that was, but I was like, I
Yeah.
think it would have been when McCarthy was there because that's just when I remember hearing Iowa State was starting to go on
Yeah.
a little run. So I said 98 because I thought he was there around that time. But then when he said like 2000 or whatever, I was like, damn, first bowl appearance not until the early 2000s. That's rough.
Yeah. That's when people are like, people now are upset at us going 7-2. Like, dude, we won 7 games in like 6 years combined.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Perspective matters.
yeah. Like, so what have you done lately for me, League? Come on.
Yep. Yep.
All right, Dylan. Pick a category. You can pick NFL, NBA, and just go NFL or NBA.
Um, let's go. Let's go NFL.
Oh, thank God. All right. Current or former? Or current or retired?
Oh, damn. Feel like I might be able to do better with retired. Let's go retired.
All right, we're gonna go back and forth and ask people where did they go to college.
Okay.
So you gotta say somebody, and I gotta say the college, and I say somebody to you.
Okay.
I'll base mine off how hard yours are.
All right. Let's start with. Oh man, gotta go retired. Maybe current might have been easier. Trying to think off the top. I don't want to go too hard, but I don't want to go
Here,
too
I'll go
easy.
first.
It's yeah,
I'll
you
go
go
first.
first. Let me think. All right.
Grant Hill. Oh wait, we did NFL.
No,
I
yeah,
said
yeah. I was
NBA.
about to say, wait a minute.
Okay. Now you got me all
The
messed up.
Brickashaw Ferguson.
God, that's
Shout out
actually pretty
Madden.
hard. That's actually a pretty hard one.
Oh, but my love for DeBrickashaw Ferguson back in the Madden
I
days.
know.
He was a top round draft pick.
All right, I'm between A&M and Mississippi State for some reason.
You're kind
No,
of on the right color
wait.
scheme.
Maroon and gray. That's what color scheme I'm on right now. I don't know.
Man, I'm almost 100% sure I might be fucking myself up now,
Oh
but
man, I feel like it's an SEC school though. I'm gonna go. I don't think it's Mississippi State. I don't think. I'm just gonna go A&M. What is it?
it's I'm almost for sure that it's Virginia Tech. He was maroon and
Okay.
white, so the maroon you were going with maroon and white schools.
Man, you fucking picked a hard motherfucking
Well,
name, dude.
for some reason that name popped up in my head for retired players right away, so I had to throw
Dude,
it
you
out
could have
there.
done like Calvin Johnson or something, you dick.
I was gonna do Randy Moss, but I felt like that was too easy of a layup.
I told you we could have started off easy and got
Uh,
harder. Instead, you just hit me with a freaking brick.
yeah,
Literally a
yeah,
debrickashaw.
yeah.
Um,
Oh shit.
let's go with. Man, all the ones I know that I just know you know them, so I'm not gonna say them.
I know.
All right,
That's the hard part.
possibly the greatest player of all time, Jerry Rice.
Oh fuck, he went to some podunk.
It's
God
easy
damn
because
it.
he's the greatest ever, but it's hard because it's some podunk school.
I want to say it's like somewhere in Alabama too, or something, dude. It's like somewhere south, in the south, I believe. Oh,
If you don't know it off the top of your head, you don't know it.
yeah. I was gonna say like Alabama A&T or something.
It's Mississippi Valley State.
Damn it, I knew it was in the south.
Here's another fun fact for you. Who else went there?
Oh, someone else dope went there.
I could just use it my next round, but I'll give it to you. Deacon Jones actually went there too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Y2J, Chris Johnson.
East Carolina.
Yeah.
Demarius Thomas. Rest in peace.
Georgia Tech.
That is correct.
Uh, damn, hit me with a dead guy. Um,
Damn, hit me with a dead guy, he said.
just gonna, no, I don't want to say him. That one's too easy.
Just wrap, who you say easy ones, we can wrap them off back and forth.
Shout out Q. He loved this pick back in the day. Robert Gallery.
Robert Gallery. I don't even know fucking Robert Gallery. Sounds like a fucking Iowa player. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that one's pretty easy. Yeah.
What about Darren Sproles?
Oh, he was Kansas State.
Yep.
Kansas State. Julian Edelman.
Kent State.
Yeah, yeah.
Quarterback. What about Gronk? Since you want to get on the Pat streak.
Go Arizona
Yeah.
Wildcats.
All right. All right.
Oh, I just forgot. I had one loaded in my head, and then Gronk made me forget who the hell I was gonna ask. Aqib Talib.
Kansas.
Yeah, yeah.
Saw him play live.
Oh, did you?
Yes, he was
Oh,
on that.
yeah.
He was on that 2012. 2000, he was on that great team where it had fucking Mangino on it and
Okay.
Caleb
Big boy.
Racing or whatever. Keep Tilly, that's a good one. What about Ndamukong Suh?
Nebraska.
God, I'm giving
Ch
you two easy ones.
Champ Bailey.
God, I was gonna say Champ Bailey too, but I couldn't
Ah.
remember where he went.
Oh. Dun dun.
I don't know. Let's find out, right? Auburn?
To hell with Georgia.
Really?
To hell with Georgia.
Damn, I was tracking.
Yep, you were in the right conference. So we both missed one, so what? Next one who misses? I'm starting to run out of names.
Yeah. Oh, I could do 100 of them in a
Well,
row, but
well, I'm starting to run out of medium challenging names is the thing. Yeah, I could give some layups.
who would be big enough that you know but wouldn't know what school they went to?
Right? That's the challenge. That's the challenge within the challenge.
Now I'm stuck on which one it is. Joe Montana?
Ooh.
No. Now I'm questioning myself.
Ooh. Joe Montana. Joe Montana. Fuck. I want to say like he went out. I don't know why I want to say Stanford, but Stanford keeps popping up in my fucking head. And I don't think it's that. I think I'm confusing him with like Troy Aikman or something. Or no, he went to UCLA, so I'm not confusing him with Troy. Damn, could have maybe used that one as mine. Joe Montana went to, I'm gonna say Stanford.
I'm not 100% certain, but I believe it is Notre Dame.
I think you might be right. I think
And
you're 100% right now that I
Eagles
hear
are up
that.
19-10.
Ooh, I have Eagles -4.
Yeah.
Couldn't get in on them at 3. Okay. I need one more last redemption. Damn, I can't believe I burned Troy Aikman. That would have been a good one to use. Need to try and get you to miss. Needs to be. Can't remember where he went to college. I had one on the tip of my tongue. Um, okay. Work done.
Dude, you and these fucking SEC schools. Work done. Work done. Swear that dude was from Atlanta too. I swear he was. Could you give me another Georgia dude? Can you go to Tech? Oh, wait, no. Florida State.
Fuck! Damn it! You were on all the SEC, and I was like, he's not gonna go Florida State. He's too
Dude,
busy with Georgia and everything.
I was like, dude,
Oh.
yes.
And the only reason I knew, obviously, is because I hate Florida State, so I knew exactly where work done went, and I thought
That
he was
reminded
sneaky
me of
enough.
almost pulled a Q there, pulling them randomly out of thin air. But at least I was in that region. I was in
You
the
were,
region.
yeah.
I was thinking it through.
I thought you were gonna stay with the SEC though, and say like Georgia again or Bama or just random.
But Georgia just didn't feel right. I knew
Yeah,
well, he went and played at Atlanta. I knew he was like from around there. But I was like, I just can't.
hell of a pull. Um, that's all I got. Until next week, stay tuned. Will it be Logan? Will it be Q? Will it be Tool? Um, whatever you do, don't go on Twitter and tweet at Q about how asking him if he's dedicated. Don't do
No,
that.
he's probably too busy playing Black Ops right now.
Yeah, Warzone drops and all of a sudden we get put on the back burner. So don't
Mm-hmm.
mention any of that. Don't mention that he put a video game first or, you know, where his heart is. Don't tweet him that. But until next week, stay tuned. Who it's gonna be. We
You'll
out
never
here.
know.
Peace.